Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I want to talk about which one is the real woolen hat. And the reason why is because it could be life-saving if you got 100% wool or you don't for one of these balaclavas. I don't know if you can see, but balaclava is one of those hats, like those ski masks with 3 holes inside of them. And the reason why I make this video is because in the past I have bought these kind of hats, and some of them were not made with wool, and that gave me grave problems, and I will tell you about them in a minute. Before we start, if you're interested in detective stories, there will be a link in the description to my book called Bloody Crosses. It's in Dutch. If you're interested, take a look. So, these balaclavas are very important for the reason that I use them. I don't know if you can see my face. The reason I always have them in my bug-out bag is because if I'm going to sleep in a very cold place, I don't know if it's going to be in a structure or I can find a shelter or cannot build a shelter. I will sleep in my whoopee, and the problem is your face is usually open for that. But if it's really cold, you don't want your face to be freezing. So with the 3 holes, that is the maximum you can cover your face, and not only by sleeping or in a shelter, but also during walking. If you're going to walk, if you only have a hat and the freezing cold wind is blowing in your face, that could be problematic. So yet again, and the reason why I want a balaclava like this in 100% wool is for the reason that there are several reasons actually. The same reasons why I always say that wool is the best material. It retains 80% of its insulation value, while if it gets soaking wet. So that's important because it saved my life once during a flood. In the night that I could sleep in my woolen blanket. So that's the reason why. And because you're going to sweat, and not only when it's wet, and you don't want it to run on your face and freeze, and it will get even more cold. But also, if you sweat, the fibers will pull moisture out of your skin. But if you wear something with synthetic fabric inside of wool, instead of wool, the problem is it will also take oils from your skin, and that will feed bacteria, and that will start to smell real bad. So if you got a hat like this, a balaclava like this, yeah, you can wear this a long time without it getting really smelly, and you can keep it in your bug-out bag for a long time without it to smell. So that's also very important for that reason. Another thing, and this is also very important, if you are on a bug-out scenario and you are close to a fire because you have to keep warm, cook dinner, whatever. The problem with synthetic materials is you cannot keep it close to the fire because it will start to melt. But if it's made out of wool like this, you can sit close by the fire. And this is one of those problems that I talked about. If I was in a really cold place and I started to make a fire, the problem was if I sit too close by the fire, because yeah, it's a survival scenario or very primitive hiking that you're going to do. If you sit too close to a fire, if it's not wool, it will start to melt if you sit close. And sometimes you cannot build a big fire because there is not much wood, especially when it's snowing. So you have to be very close to the fire. And yeah, that's the problem that I had. I noticed that a lot of places were starting to melt or start to even smell funny. So that's not what you want. And with wool, it will do a little bit of showering, but it will at least not melt on your skin, so to say. So that's also very important. Oh, wait. Yep. The reason why I make this video is because this is the same, from the same company, I will not tell which one, as this balaclava. But this is made out of synthetic materials. This is made out of pure wool. I'm going to put the head. Alright, now you can at least see my face. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah. So in the past I've went to websites to buy 100% wool balaclavas, but they sent it, even though they claimed it was 100%, it was mixed with fibers. And that's something that I don't want to do anymore. Even though it says 100% wool, you have to test it. So how are you going to test something like this? One of the ways is, and I just verified it, you take a small piece of fabric from the materials of the hat, and you're going to burn it. And if you see that it will start to not smolder, but so when it starts to showering and getting and starting, and you can feel, and when it's, yeah, of course, when it's cold, you pinch it between your fingers, it gets black ash, then you have 100% real wool. But with this hat, I took some material, I put it in a fire, and it started to curl up, smolder, and give a chemical odor after that. And it's more like the plastic, because it's burnt, it gets hardened. So like a hardened bead you get between your fingers. So that's the way you can see if a hat like this is 100% wool or not. And that is the reason why I make this video. Make sure that you got good quality material, and that it is the material, that you're not being bamboozled or false advertisement, so that you don't make this mistake. Because if you're going on a bug out and you don't have a full woolen hat, you need to take precautions or be aware of the dangers. So you won't take unnecessarily risk by going through the snow, through rain, mist, or water, that everything will get wet and you will get a cold hat, and then you will freeze. Your body temperature will get dangerously low. So you don't want that. Also, like I said, sit too close to the fire. 100% wool is better than synthetic materials. So those are things you need to watch out for, and that is the reason why I made this video, to warn you about this kind of stuff. The same thing goes with clothing. This is 100% merino wool. I also tested it. That's the same results. But some materials claim that it's made out of wool, but they can also claim that it's wool-based or involves wool. So those are very small marketing words you have to take in consideration for that. So yeah. So I think I warned you about this. So leave a like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and see you in the next video. Cheers!